And when you get into the bigger brands and bigger even budgets for research and tracking, you can kind of go quite deep. But a range of the kind of similar to what you talked about in terms of awareness and kind of brand health statements, we probably would have at times went even deeper, because if I had worked, when I was working on FMCG, we'd have been able to track consideration, you know, so we'd been able to track, okay, are you going to consider buying me? You've been able to track actual purchase, how frequently are you purchasing, how much are you purchasing, and then you can start to do some real modeling in terms of kind of potential future demand. So if we increase this by this, actually we could sell this amount more in the year. So those are metrics that actually sales guys like and the finance guys like, and ultimately there's a degree of discrepancy there, you know, but if it's broadly kind of an industry standard, then you've got some raw data to work with. So, you know, that would have been another key measure, would have been salience. So salience is really about kind of how top of mind are you, and so that would have been definitely a metric that would have used alongside our competitors. So we always tracked alongside, particularly when I worked in the drinks industry, it was like dog eat dog. So you were, you know, absolutely tracking every point, and then the ultimate metric was market share. So the market share was the kind of the hard data. Okay, so what, because you're looking at a cake, so otherwise you're sometimes brand data, you know, it's kind of in a vacuum. Whereas if you look at market share, there's a cake here. What part of the cake have I got?
So if you've grown your sales 10%, but the market's grown 20%, you're going backwards.
Exactly. It's, you know, vanity and sanity and all of that. So very much, you know, we'd have looked at, you know, volume share and value share. So again, you could have brilliant volume share, but you could be giving your shirt away. So, you know, it's all about value share and making sure you're maintaining your price while you're growing that. So some of those metrics, like we would have had maybe, you know, the research company coming in and presenting that to us monthly, and we hung off every word, because literally that was telling us, because it, you know, you might have set a target internally, but then you don't know what's happening in the external world. So those external data reads of performance against your competitors was very insightful. So when you not every category has that, unfortunately, you know, so when you have that, then you've got real kind of, you know, or for example, we just pulled back and our spend by 20%, and these guys increased by 20%, they've jumped ahead by 10 percentage points, you know, so actually there's an argument for kind of investing, and so some of those kind of metrics are good as well.